pressure on Tom Brady. Tom Brady just picked them apart. Just that simple. And the Rams just couldn't do anything on offense. You gotta at least put the pressure cooker on Brady. We know if you put the pressure cooker on him, he can turn it over at times. So it was surprising at how maybe it's great Patriots offensive line scheme wise, or was it the best? I can't tell, but if the New England Patriots can play like this and get back to normal, they can lock this division up very quickly. Now, it's a big if. Can they keep this consistency? I don't know. They haven't really been keeping this consistency this entire year. So we don't know we don't know, okay, hey, this, we honestly don't know that the Patriots can really provide some solid consistent football. We haven't seen it yet, week in and week out this season. Unfortunate for New England, because they have an opportunity right now with a lot of teams in their division. Hey, they can win that division quickly if they can keep up this play. All they got to do is, again, the penalties have got to reduce. And they've done a good. Their defense really, that secondary's got some issues. I'm worried if they get in a shootout with the team, they might lose because of that secondary right there. If that secondary doesn't improve by playoff time, that's the one thing that's holding back New England. It's their defense. Other than that, they're perfectly fine. I think their offense is good enough to win a Super Bowl. Defense is the huge issue. If they really need to get that secondary back together. Okay? And health has been an issue for them as well. So, I know the Rams are kind of being lost in the discussion here, and the Rams really, again, they didn't apply the pressure. To me, with the Rams coming into this, if they didn't make this low scoring, they're not going to win. And they didn't. They gave up 45, and they can't get into a shootout. They really can't. Their offense isn't capable at this point. So, seriously, huge issues with the Rams offensively. They're, again, pass rush wasn't there and got picked apart. And maybe the Rams, again, I have to applaud them just for this season alone. Jeff Fisher has really changed the culture over there. He's really made this a team that I believe can honestly, and I mean sincerely, honestly can be in the playoff hunt the way they're going at it. So credit to the Rams. Credit to them. New England, fortunately for them, they've got a bye week, so they can recover after going to London. For St. Louis, I'm going to check that for you guys soon. So that will be checked right now for you. We're going to talk about Atlanta and Philly as well too on the program, and I'm going to take a quick break here on the show. Then we'll be back in a moment talking about Atlanta and Philly. Then we'll get your calls, and then we'll wrap this show up. I want to hear what you have to say about this week in this NFL season. So, Atlanta, Philly calls next. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So, we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. A game, to be honest, Philly they really have some offensive line issues. I mean, we have addressed that on the show, excuse me. Previously, before we've done that, we said, oh, the Eagles have some real big issues on the offensive line, and Michael Vick is going to get injured even more and more and more by the time the season's over. Are you kidding me? You're going to get injured that many. You're going to get hurt and banged up. He's a 5'10" quarterback. He's not 6'5", a statue in Ben Roethlisberger. He's 5'10", 5'11", I think. So, if he's going to get beat up that way, I mean, might as well. I mean, this offensive line, as much talent as these guys have in Philadelphia, especially Nnamdi, I mean, all the talent that they have, the thing that's derailing them is the line of scrimmage. We've heard some coaches and, say, it's all about the line of scrimmage, the battle at the line of scrimmage. It's true. Because if it wasn't about the battle of the line of scrimmage and you got to be a solid offensive line, Philadelphia Eagles would be 16-0. Because you can't have a squad with this much talent and lose games and have so many sacks and so many fumbles and this, and that, and say, what's going on with the offensive line? And not say what's going on with the offensive line or defensive line. And the penalties are bad. I mean, they always put themselves in 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15s, 1st and 20s. How are you going to expect to win in this league? Honestly, how? You think you're going to win consistently and you're going to win in a very solid situation and get to the playoffs? You won't. Andy Reid has got to fix this. The hot seat's on him. If he doesn't fix this up, then he'll be fired. I mean, if they don't make the playoffs this year, it's pretty simple. He gets fired. And unfortunately for him, he's had to face through a lot of adversity, and he's really, really gone through a lot. But, I mean, throwing personal life aside and just looking at business perspective, you simply, it doesn't do justice to make a change at the head coaching position. As great as he's been, it's all about what have you done for me today. That's what it's all about. It's never about, hey, what have you done for me 25 years ago? Who cares? It's 2012. I don't care what you did in 2000. It's about today. And when you can't get it done today, that's why they call the NFL not for long, and that's why you usually get booted out of the league. It's harsh, it's terrible, but it's true. So, I think this head coaching change will happen at the end of this year, and sadly for Philly, they've really, and especially their fans too. I mean, those fans have really invested in a long time, and they can't get a Super Bowl out of this. I think the talent needs to stay. I think the personnel needs to stay. The coaching needs to go. And I hate saying this because I feel so guilty talking about Andy Reid and saying he should be gone because of the way he's been coaching, but he's been going through so much as a professional. So much. And it's so unfortunate. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, make a change. Make a change. That's what I think. And if you want to call into the program and talk about the Eagles, talk about anything NFL related, or Just go on Twitter. At SM_Cameron. You can hit me up. Or just call in at 9494-562-911. 949-456-2911. I will let you have your thoughts on the program. And we're gonna give you a few minutes. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes about the channel and what we have tomorrow. Tomorrow we have NFL Goal Line with Nick and Phil, 7 o'clock Pacific time. 7 o'clock. You gotta listen to the program. Nick and Phil, NFL Goal Line, in-depth commentary for sure. Nick and Phil always break it down the right way. Always. In fact, it's one of the best shows on the channel. NFL Goal Line with Nick and Phil. Please tune in to that. I also want you to know we have a Facebook page. I've been saying, but let me be a broken record because it's necessary. All you have to do on Facebook is type in National Sports. No space. All one word. And the only capitalized letter is the first letter in N. And that, yes, National Sports is where you can find all your updates and all you want to know about the channel. Please, that's all you have to do. Like that page on Facebook, and we'll tell you anything that you want to or need to know. Okay, so I think this will have to be the end of the program. I'm gonna have to close this show out, and I appreciate your kindness and listening, but again, this is gonna be a ground bake. I usually, give you guys a lot of freedom to talk and call. Don't ever call in the show with anything like that again. Okay? If I have to, and if I have to work with 0 callers, I'm perfectly fine. But don't call in the show like that. I'm trying to do something that I like to do, and don't ruin it for me. Because I'll ruin it for you, and if you want to call in this show, I'll completely not even allow you guys to call in. Just that simple. If you have thoughts about what you want to say, perfectly fine. But if you're going to call in and be disrespectful, that's the problem. That needs to be addressed. And thanks for all the people who have called in nicely and all the people who have commented nicely, who have been really nice, really considerate. That person wasn't, and I hope you guys won't be like that in the future. I'm not going to let this show take that turn. Just that simple. Thank you very much for everything you've done. Everything you've done in listening to this program. Thank you very much. Meet me here, 5 o'clock. Yes, I know, sorry for the delay. 5 o'clock. Next time we'll have better technical repairs and make the process easier and on time. Thank you very much. Please listen tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific time. 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. NFL Goal Line with Nick and Phil. Meet me here at 5 o'clock next week, Sunday. Spreaker.com, National Sports. Like our Facebook page, National Sports. And, like always, hasta luego.